It's the Sittin' Sports Side Podcast.
Can't wait.
With Mike James.
Come on, man.
And Eric Hanman.
I have dedicated my life to this team, okay?
On 1045theteam.com. Oh, yeah. Welcome back in, guys. It's the Sittin' Sports Side Podcast. Round 2 here today.
Yeah, Mike and I had the privilege, the honor, the amazing opportunity to go to the Hall of Fame Classic this past weekend and in Cooperstown at the Hall of Fame. If you've never experienced it, while you might not get a media pass, still, it's a really cool event. Next Memorial Day, I'm sure they will have it once again. And,
Make sure you go, folks.
Ozzie Smith, Goose Gossage, they usually, Raleigh Fingers, they all seem to always make the trip up. So they'll probably be there again, like Wade Boggs as well. But Goose Gossage, we talked to the aforementioned Goose Gossage, as well as many of other players, and you can see all those videos of who all we talked to on YouTube.com.
That was my favorite one, though, by far.
/Team105. Why don't you set this one up real quick, Mike?
Well, in what way? I mean, it was
you're Goose Gossage. Why you like Goose, right? Like you're a big Goose fan.
Big Yankee fan.
Who's the why you go on to see most? Come on.
Yeah,
when we signed up to do this.
Yeah, I wanted to go see Goose. It was cool being a diehard Yankee fan and knowing who Goose is. I wanted to talk to Goose and got my picture taken with Goose.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So without further ado, here's our interview with Goose Gossage at the Hall of Fame Classic.
1045 the team. We're here with Goose Gossage, and Mike has the first question.
Hey, Goose. First question. What's your biggest career highlight that you enjoy the most?
Oh, my God. I have had so many great things happen to me in this game. I wouldn't even know which, world championships, just my first time in the big leagues. From there on down to, I said, even the home runs I gave up were great. So, and I gave up my share. So.
Now with the New York Yankees right now, obviously Chapman is out, but they have a really good bullpen. Back in the day, the closer really wasn't a one-inning thing. It was 2 innings. So how do you think the Yankees should manage their bullpen now?
Well, they're going to have to start getting some innings out of their starters, or that bullpen is going to be dead by August. So, we'll wait and see. They had a great spring training. I was down there throughout the spring, and they had a wonderful spring training, and then they've carried it over into the regular season. So we'll just have to wait and see. There's some question marks. I think the biggest question mark that they have is probably the starting pitching, and maintaining that bullpen that they have through the dog days of the season.
Now that new rule about the intentional walk, are you a fan of it?
I'm not a fan of anything that's happening in the game today with the replay on down. So, I don't know where this game is going to end up. It's ridiculous in my opinion.
So if the Yankees called you right now, you think you got a few more innings left in that arm?
No, I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. No, they've got some great guys down there in that bullpen. Chapman comes back. Hopefully he'll be okay, and they'll pick up just where they left off.
All right, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
So Goose Gossage right there with a hot take of, as always, that's classic Goose.
The Goose.
I guess he's not coming back to pitch though.
Darn.
But I really, that's the one thing I regret from the weekend. Maybe is not asking him to expound on that thought about how he hates what's happening in the Major League Baseball right now. I would have asked. If I could go back and ask one more question to anybody there, would be to Goose to follow up to that question of, what would you say to the people, aka the commissioner, really, that says that this game needs to be sped up, and what would your solution to that be? And if his solution, and I really think it is, would be do nothing. The game is fine the way it was, and I'm actually on his side in some aspects of the game.
I agree. I mean, baseball's baseball. I mean.
The replay one, I'm not sure I can really refute that. I'm okay with the replay.
I like the replay aspect because there are way too many blown calls in baseball, to the point of, obviously umpires are all human. They make mistakes, but there are so many times that one call changes the game. You can even say, a ground out in the first inning, with say could make a huge impact in the game. You can't,
Well, it's like it's the same thing with an NBA or the NFL, like a pass interference missed in the first quarter is just as important to some people, but the ones later in the games are the ones that get more scrutiny. But yeah, I love that interview with Goose. It was great to hear his perspective on the bullpen as well. But man, you really think he couldn't come back and help? I mean, he didn't participate in the game, the Hall of Fame game, but
I don't know. I think
his arm's definitely been used over the years. I love that question, Mike.
I thought it was. It was a little
Never
out there, but why not? You gotta ask.
You gotta have fun with it, man. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he loved you and really, hated me for asking the tough questions.
It was overall, it was a very fun day, though.
All right, so if you missed our interview with Aaron Harang or Wade Boggs, Boggsy didn't give a long interview, but he gave a good one. So you can listen to that at youtube.com/team1045. So thanks for listening to 1045theteam.com. For Mike James, I'm Eric Hammond for the Sit and Sports Side Podcast.
Peace.